What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Christian. I'm with my co-host Mario. This is Nothing But Sports Talk, the channel where we do talk nothing but sports. Today we're going to be talking the winners and losers of the NBA draft. We made two videos, the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference draft grades, but today we're going to be talking something a little bit different. Who won the draft, who lost the draft. But in a few seconds, we're going to be talking about that. Without a doubt, run that intro.
Yeah.
All right, so first let's talk about Detroit. Detroit, they selected Jaden Ivey with the number 5 pick. We have them as a winner today. Getting Jaden Ivey, a talent like that at number 5, is just obviously a steal. They got really lucky because of Sacramento, who he didn't want to go to. He wanted to go to I don't think it's his hometown, but I know he has family in Detroit.
Yeah.
They're talking about that. So he wanted to go be with his family in Detroit. And honestly, I think that's insane that they got him and then got Jalen Duren at 13, who these two guys were at the top of their big boards. So getting those two both in the lottery, it's a huge dub.
No, yeah, for sure. And dude, if we're being honest, a lot of teams expected Sacramento to take Jaden Ivey too. So it's like no one, even the Pistons, did not expect Jaden Ivey to fall to them because everybody's really all set on Sacramento taking Jaden Ivey, but that's not the case. They really took Keegan Murray, and dude, they fell around his lap. Dude, the combination of Cade Cunningham and freaking Jaden Ivey is gonna be disgusting.
Yeah,
dude, that backcourt. Oh.
That backcourt's gonna be something to see for a while.
Dude, yeah. So literally, as of now, like what we're seeing right now with Detroit, is really Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Saddiq Bey, Jalen Duren, and Isaiah Stewart as like the young core. Dude, that to me is disgusting.
I can see some Lob City action going on with Jalen Duren over there with Cade Cunningham and Jaden to throw him those lobs.
Hey, and they still got all that cap space they still have enough cap space to sign someone to a full max. So
yeah, so they're in a good spot right now. So we have Detroit as our first winner of today. All right, our second winner of today is Oklahoma City. The number 2 selection, they selected Chet Holmgren. They also had the huge trade. It was very confusing. It was kind of the biggest trade of the night. There was like 3 future first-round picks, but Shams and Adrian were on different pages. It was real confusing. They traded 3 first-round picks to go and get Jalen Williams and Ousmane Dieng at 12 and 11. And they also ended up getting Jalen Williams, at number 34, who was supposed to go first round. Yeah. So, I mean, this draft from top to bottom for OKC was just ridiculous.
Dude, yeah, and then what Chet Holmgren, dude, they really he pretty much fills in the role of their immediate need of pretty much interior defense. Like, people look at him, he's like, dude, he's like some skinny dude, you know?
Nah,
people aren't really taking him serious. He's so long.
He's a presence,
He really fills in that need that they need of shot blocking ability. And, dude, like, people underestimate him because he's, like, lanky. Dude, but with that length that he has in his arm, dude, he's going to be able to block some shots for them.
Yeah, for sure. And people underestimate the ability of his to take contact, and yes, he will get shoved back, but probably a mile, but his ass arms are pretty much a mile as well. So that makes up for it.
And not only that, dude, on the offensive end, he's going to be able to stretch the floor out for them if needed.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, Chet has some of the most high upside in this draft. If he can develop his offensive game, I mean, that's his limits are through the roof. It's insane.
Dude, yeah, I was really about to add that. I was like, dude, he has probably one of the higher upsides in this past draft.
And they got 2 of those guys because Ousmane Dieng is one of the highest.
Yeah, Ousmane Dieng,
as well.
Dude, we're really talking about that draft night.
That dude's got Greek freak potential. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, dude, I know. Really talking about it during draft, you really brought it up. I'm like, dude, I never thought of it that way either.
Yeah.
Dude, the Thunder, they had a nasty draft.
Yeah, they had a phenomenal draft.
They literally got who they wanted to. So it's like not a lot of teams were able to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they didn't miss on a pick, but so that's why they're number 2. All right, guys, our number 3 winner is Jalen Brunson. As we were talking about before with the 3 future first round picks, they also sent off Kemba and cleared money for Jalen Brunson's contract, which is most likely going to happen. I mean, it's reported everywhere at this point, and there's just ties between Brunson and his father in New York, and it just looks like it's going to be happening. So I saw Mario said before we hopped on the show, there was a report saying he's going to get around 4-year, $100 million is what's expected.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and that wouldn't have happened if without that draft night trade. So I see Jalen Brunson as a big winner tonight.
No, yeah, for sure. Pretty much what Christian said. We were literally talking about it right before we started. It's really no secret that everybody knows that the Knicks are really trying to go get Brunson. Like he said, the ties with his father. No, I'm pretty sure they didn't hire him.
Obvious.
Dude, they literally didn't hire his father for no reason. Dude, like they want him there, and they're literally, as far as what they all did, like what they did draft night, they literally prepared to go all in on him.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. But yeah, I mean, there's not really much to talk about. He's going to get paid, and that's why he's a winner.
All right, now moving on to our losers of this past draft. Our number one is the Utah Jazz. There's really no sugarcoating it, dude. They didn't do absolutely anything. They didn't even have a pick this past draft. A lot of expectations were for them to move on from Gobert, and literally nothing happened. I mean, it could still happen, but literally everybody was expecting it. It will still happen, but everybody was really expecting them to do some sort of move, which we all know they're going to move on from Gobert. There's no way they move on from Donovan Mitchell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, absolutely, and I think there's no. It's going to happen, either Mitchell or Gobert. Who knows who it's going to be? But bottom line is the most value they were going to get was on draft night.
Dude, literally on draft night. Yeah, that's really when you want to make your most moves.
Yeah, so the fact that they whiffed on that and didn't get they could have gotten a top 10 pick probably tonight. And yeah, they kind of whiffed on that.
Dude,
they're still going to get some things done, but it won't be for the same package, and it'll only be for future picks. They could have had one this year and future picks, so that's a huge out right there.
And moving on to our second loser of this past draft, it is going to be DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton, all the destinations that were pretty much expected for him, mainly being Charlotte and Detroit, really all went with a center. Especially with Detroit pretty much closing the door for him there, considering that Jalen Duren is really going to be a beast. One of the more higher upside centers in this draft. Charlotte also went with a center with Mark Williams, and really straight out of Duke product. Dude, there's really no sugarcoating with DeAndre, and dude, he got fucked this past draft.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, DeAndre Ayton, his max contract that he was so badly wanting, I mean, I think that's almost out the window at this point, because the only teams that are really looking at him like extremely is like teams like Portland. They're not going to have the cap space to sign somebody to a max. A lot of the teams that are going to want him now are playoff teams, which I don't think is such a bad thing if you want to win. But if you want max money, it's not going to happen on a playoff team. Charlotte and Detroit, those were really the main two spots that I was thinking of. Maybe Dallas, but then they traded for Christian Wood, so I highly doubt that one as well. Although there will be some freed up money with Jalen Brunson leaving, so who knows, maybe they can pull it off. But really, there's very limited options for him right now, and that's why I have him as a loser.
Dude, and DeAndre is really expecting max dollar, so if he wants max dollar, he's gonna have to go to a terrible team pretty much.
Yeah,
all the playoff teams definitely don't have that cap space for that.
Yeah, and even the terrible teams, I mean, the two that
even some of the terrible teams, literally,
they got big boys already. So yeah, that's definitely a L for tonight.
Alrighty, moving on to our final loser of this past draft. We're going to go with the Sacramento Kings. They really passed up on Jaden Ivey. Not only that, but the potential of a backcourt of Jaden Ivey and De'Aaron Fox. We're really talking about a draft night. Dude, how fast and how actually fast they go in transition.
With Sabonis at the big spot.
Oh my God, dude. Sabonis at the big spot. Dude, Sacramento could have done big things with Jaden Ivey. Don't get me wrong, Keegan Murray could definitely be a big-time player, but he, in everybody's eyes, like pretty much similar to what we were talking about Detroit, everybody was expecting the Kings to take Jaden Ivey, and that's really not the case. I think, honestly, I would have loved to see that. It would have been – dude, it would have – honestly, because the Kings – they're really considered like no one wants to go to Sacramento. And dude, with Jaden Ivey being there, being paired with De'Aaron Fox, would have definitely lit up that city.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Sacramento they did what Sacramento does. They passed on Jaden Ivey, and to be blunt, it's just that was a stupid move. And not only that, if I understand that Jaden Ivey didn't want to play with you, so if you didn't want to draft him, that's cool. But if that was the case, then trade back, because no one was going to pick Keegan Murray at number 4 or 5, to be honest.
No, yeah.
So you could have traded back, just like New York did, trading with Oklahoma. Look at how much they got for the 11th pick. You don't think Oklahoma called up Sacramento and said, "Hey, for your number 4th pick, let me give you 3 or 4 for future first round picks"? And
yeah.
I guarantee you they did. So that's an idiotic move for them to go and take Keegan Murray when they could have got him a couple of spots back. Like Sacramento, they did what they do.
Yeah, that's why they are who they are.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Sacramento fans, but we got to be real on this one. Like you guys understand. You guys have lived through this shit.
Dude, I saw a thing on Twitter. I don't remember the players. There's literally Sacramento's pick, and then all the picks after, like the following pick. I think one of them was like Luka. The other one was. Do you know what I'm talking about? It was like. I know exactly.
It was Luka for Marvin Bagley. It was Thomas Robinson, and it was Damian Lillard. I'm trying to remember. So they drafted Thomas Robinson before Damian Lillard. There's one more, but those are the two. There's one ones.
More, dude. Literally the two big ones, and the other ones I think was a big one too.
It was, yeah.
I want to say it's Klay Thompson, but I don't think it was Klay Thompson.
No, it was Klay
Thompson. It was Klay Thompson? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it was Jimmy Fredette before Klay Thompson.
Yeah, so I was like, dude, there's one more, and it was Klay Thompson. I remember now. Dude, so literally, it's like...
Yeah, they do it quite
often. Receipts of what they've done, so...
Yeah,
and those are all really good players, too.
No, you're good. And we haven't seen these players on the court yet, so we can't really say. Oh, I mean, for all we know, Keegan Murray ends up being the greatest of all time, and we look stupid. But, for right now, I mean, that's ridiculous that they didn't trade back to go. Yeah. And even if they wanted Keegan Murray, if they were like really sold on him, they could have traded back a couple spots and got that. I guarantee you, the number 6 pick would have gladly traded up for Jaden Ivey.
Dude, not only that, but all the haul they probably would have gone for future picks. Oh my god! Yeah. And eventually, you don't even have to use those picks. You could literally trade those picks to get like a good veteran player. Dude, I don't know, dude.
Yeah,
Sacramento doing Sacramento things.
That's simply what it is. So Sacramento is the biggest loser, as they usually are on draft night. All right, guys. So those are our winners and losers of the 2022 NBA draft. Let me know if you guys disagree with them. Sacramento fans, you can comment below, talk your shit. It
won't change our minds.
It won't change our mind. Make sure you like, as it only helps the channel. Subscribe and turn the notification bell, as once again, it only helps the channel. And definitely leave a comment. Let us know what your opinion is. But without a doubt, this is my co-host Mario. We appreciate you guys tuning in. This is Nothing But Sports Talk, the channel where we talk nothing but sports. We're out of here.